Hello. So let's talk about it, guys. We're going to go ahead and get right on into it because I know people have some short attention spans and they don't like the longer videos. So we have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is a spiritual figure through, though she is bounded by traditions and in, um, hold on. Though, I got to get my light right. Sorry, y'all. Apologize. Though she is, bounded by traditions and institutions, she offers wise direction. And she is a sign of emotional and spiritual development. But she does she does this by while encouraging you to stay on the well-trodden path. Does this spark you, or do you feel like you can't comply? Either way, she invites you on a journey of knowledge, right? So I know I fumbled the ball trying to get that out. I don't know what was going on. I think okay, there go the light. So, but that's neither here or there. We're gonna keep going. And the Hierophant is a badass at letting go of doubt. She's at a higher dimension than the average, right? So she's seeing things at an average and she's revealing her truth. So the Hierophant is revealing her truth and she is letting the miracles come in by her revealing her truth. She's letting the miracles come in and she's very close to achieving her goals. And it seems like everyone is ignoring her, right? That's what it appears. False evidence appearing real, the fear, right? And she was regretting coming out here because a lot of people didn't understand her intuitions when she got ready to come out. And she was like, I love that I'm different, so I'm trying to do something else. So she was in a fight. She had a heart crossed off. She had bondages. She was just in the two of sword energy, right? She was dealing with grief from being ignored. But then what the Hierophant noticed as she began to reveal her truth and the miracles started coming in, like money was being given to her. The rage was going away, right? And the regret was in the past and she got on a mission. She's on a mission. She knew that she wasn't doing anything wrong just because she was doing it at night. It didn't mean anything because what happens in the dark comes to the light. So she decided to take a mission and go, right? She let go of the judgment of people, places, and things outside of her, and she began to drive the night of sword. She put the phone in her hand and she decided, look, I'm getting ready to drive this thing, right? And the false thing that she had to let go of was death. She had to let go of death and rebirth at a soul forgiveness level, right? So when she realized that she was very close to achieving her goals, the answers she needed was coming, she let it all go and she began to descend the power that she had gave to other people. So she began to take her power back, right? And when I'm connected to joy, so she found joy. She connected herself with joy. Hey baby, how you doing? She connected herself with joy to love, peacefulness, presence, right? She became present in her energy. I attract support from the universe. So doing that mission, when she realized that she was letting go of the rage, she was healing at a soul level. She realized that she was letting go of the power that she had falsely um attached to all her life when she was embracing the dark. So now that she let the miracles flow in, she's no longer in resistance, right? So when she let the resistance go, she started pouring her libations. You know what I'm saying? She realized, I need you, baby. I need the Hierophant to be there in better communications, right? And she realized in better communications that she was designed to what? To be born. She was born to create. Are you reading the Bible? I read everything. Do you want to read the Bible? Because I can get the Bible out here. All right. So the Hierophant said, I choose to learn through love. Through whatever book, whatever tools you using, it should always be in love, right? So what is love? Right? Love is to make someone else feel just as comfortable when they are around you in your energy as you should before they got to your energy, right? So it's a promise that you got to make to yourself to love thyself and others, right? So, hey Bree, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So indeed, we're not gonna hold on to what people come in here because we're not gonna hold on to people not understanding. We don't care. As a hierophant, we know that we are directly connected to the Most High, and that's an indeed fact. And we don't need anybody outside of us. But if they want to read the basic instructions before leaving Earth, that's good because the basic instructions help you, right? But we already, if we in the hierophant energy, we already exceeded the higher. We're not looking at the low vibrational things, people, places, and things, right? And that's indeed. So we have to proceed even when those things come. So if you have a question and you want to know what I'm doing, ask in a better way, right? Ask again. Ask the question again because sometimes people don't believe it when you tell them that the messages come from everything and everything comes from the Bible, right? Because the Bible is only people taking and writing scriptures, people taking their pen and their paper and they start to journal, right? And then they came together as a collective, like the lady came in and said, is this a collective? Everything is a collective. You individually get in your spot and know that I'm higher than I was before. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I'm higher than I was before. I'm opening up to this new me, this new way of what? This new way of learning, this new way of knowing the signs and the singles of synchronicity and angel numbers and everything is in angels are in everything, right? And that the answers are coming through you through different ways, non-traditional ways, which is traditional ways now because you see too many people doing it for it to be a lie, right? So what did it say? The universe works fast and I am having fun. So when you on your healing journey and you're trying to open up these doors and portals of miracles on your healing journey and you want to become your best self, you have to know that you're going to be learning different techniques, different signs, right? Ooh, all right, different signs. Let's read this because this one jumped out the gate. Okay, I am reminded of you constantly. I have been seeing so many signs and synchronicities that remind me of you. So somebody's seeing something that's bringing back a old energy. This is a I'm feeling like I need to make a confession, right? So we making a confession that we missed something. We missed some signs along the way, and it's okay if we have to double back and see, like, what was that? What did I miss? Where was I at in my energy at that time? I wasn't the higher font at that time, right? I wasn't protected by the Most High at that time. So that's why we having to go back and double back, or you seeing people come back and want to get back in your energy. It says, it's made me feel certain. It's made me feel certain that you are the one for me. And we have a brighter future. I just have to figure out how to follow them. So a lot of people are born to create, but because we got signs again, because they don't know the signs, they're not looking for the signs. They know the signs are coming, but they can't figure it out. And it's not a obsessive lover, but it could be somebody that was a groupie and you were like, I don't like doing all that group shit because it might be a thief in the night in that groupie shit, right? And because I was in a group, I encountered some karma friends, right? I encountered some bad karma. Excuse me. Somebody stutter, maybe somebody saying, "Girl, not right now. Maybe next week," right? Or most likely I'll be back when I feel the fire in my soul, right? So we got the page of wands out here. We know that that's a fire energy, right? And we don't want to smother our fire out by always putting water on it before we figure out why we started the fire in the first place. And we realize that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. If it's a fire or if it's water, it's going to be all the elements, right? So we got a closed deck right here. So somebody might have a new offer. It's an offer coming in. It's a good old cup of coffee, right? And it might appear to be coming in a love triangle. It could look like it's a love triangle, but at the same time, you got to know it's manifestation, right? That's why it's a fiery climax. And you do not fear the unknown. So when you manifesting, you don't know, you don't see the actual picture, right? You don't see what it is, But then you hear people say, well, follow the moon, like how we used to cut our hair when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? Look for a symbol of a white horse, some red chucks. I don't know. Let's two become one. Somebody gonna say a phase that's gonna be like, yo, this energy is gaining momentum. We got a whole lot of synchronicities, right? So you know that they done surrender to the divine. So you're gonna know when they come. How you gonna know? Because they gonna be ready to shine, baby. They're gonna be shining. They're not gonna have no bad habits. They're not coming with sexual infections and sexual disease. And they in their head. Like somebody is in their head. Like I know that this person is operating from the divine. I don't feel like they got that played out energy, right? I don't feel like it because what love is a feeling. And it is a romantic cycle. It's a romantic cycle and it's going to be transparent, right? Transparency. You got to really understand what's going on and you got to challenge your perception and hear from the ancient ones. We got hear from the ancient ones out here. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't do it. Don't do it. And what do we have? We have masks. Okay. So don't let pride get in the way because we know it's some people out there with some masks on. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Some of them going to be in there fishing for comments. Wow, what in the world is going on? You know what I'm saying? They're going to be trying to figure out what's going on. They're going to be doing the same shit every day. So they're going to get on the internet and they're going to cyberbully you. But you got to know, don't be a grudge holder. Don't worry about being rejected and you ain't hooked on nothing. You are all the way into you. So that's where the energy is today. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that they are self-sabotaging themselves. They need to work through their fears, right? So that money can come on in, so they can manifest to be the magician. The numbers, the money is the numbers. Follow the numbers, follow the money, right? So that's another thing. And you got to know your fears and embrace your spirit, right? Embrace it, embrace it. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of it. You know why? Because if you be scared and you be sabotaging that energy, the queen will never rise. The queen will never rise. That was good. That was good. That was good.